if I could just have you introduce yourself, your name, your year, what you're studying, and your hometown.
Hey, I'm Sarah Miller. I'm a sophomore studying elementary education from Centerville, Michigan.
Awesome. All right. What were your living arrangements your freshman year?
I lived on the first floor of Gilchrist Hall with a sophomore. I went in blind, so I wasn't really knowing what to expect, but we got along well. So.
All right, and did you live with that person in the next year?
No, I did not. I lived with someone from the same floor.
All right. All right, so would you say you've had a good experience with housing?
Yes, I have. Well, like the office or like living on campus?
Any, both.
I mean, like, arranging the roommate situation was kind of difficult at first because it was hard to reserve a room. I don't know, it was a weird situation because my roommate this year didn't know if she was going to be living with me or not, so it was difficult to like coordinate that with housing. But otherwise, I've had a really good experience living on the campus.
All right. So what are you going to do next year for your junior year?
I'll be living in an apartment on Hagedorn and sharing that with 3 other girls.
All right. And so what made that decision for you? Have you lived off campus before? You know, do you have experience with that?
Yeah. Over the summer, I stayed on campus and took some classes, and I lived in an apartment with my current roommate, and I really liked that. It was just a nice experience, being close to campus, but still like having independence, and it was a lot cheaper, which is the main reason why I'm doing this. Like, I calculated out, I'll probably save about $2,000 to $3,000 by living off campus if I do everything right. I don't know. They both have their benefits.
Absolutely. I know apartments, they sign early in October. Tell me about that process.
That's a really stressful process because, I mean, you have to figure out who you're living with, and signing is a big deal because you have only like a 3-day cancellation period, and so if someone backs out or like wants to back out, then you're kind of stuck. Or, I don't know, it's just really hard to figure out where you want to live, and there's not really that detailed of information like available to you about all the options off campus. So it's hard to find where you want to live quickly before they all get taken the next one.
Absolutely. Now, in comparison to, like, say you had the option to live on campus again next year, and you could have rocked the block. Now, that was at a similar time as you were signing your leases. Do you think that added stress to students who would be also living on campus again? The fact that rock the block was very soon this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know last year when I was living, or like deciding where to live this year, even though I knew I wanted to stay in the same building, it was still stressful, like, who's going to be my roommate? And I felt like that was really early, and they even moved up the date this year, right? So I feel like, especially for like freshmen or something, it's really stressful to figure out what you're going to do. I know, like, probably as a sophomore or junior, if you already have like connections and friends made, then it's probably not as stressful, but it's still early.
All right, well, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.